Okay, well, I'm debating whether I pop her into a stall quick. She still has ligaments, but she's pretty dropped in here. However, it is first thing in the morning. I can still feel her ligaments. I would say they're, I don't know, everywhere else is pretty soft, but her ligaments are still right there. But we've got this string of mucus here. And then her udder, I would say it's not fully popped yet, but I don't know. She's getting awfully, it's not hard to find them, but this side's softer than this side. That mucus is making me nervous.
Road right in front of us. Wow! You'll see them here pretty quick. They're going to be right out your window.
The Cowan twins, eh? Healthy, but they shouldn't be in town. Hi, girly. Oh, it's nice and toasty in here. Hi, honey. You still all nervous? It's cold enough that the water did try to freeze. Hold on. Just give you a little check, right? I know you're just terrified. Those ligaments are really starting to think about softening, huh? Oi. You can still feel them pretty good. Hey, what do you figure? Just want to go back out with your friends for a little bit? Like how her hip has dropped in here. With them and their fluffy coats, it's tricky, but she's hollowed out in here pretty significantly. Like right in here. Tells me those babies are starting to drop. She looks a lot hollower here. If I had shaved this hair, you could see that starting to drop. I can still feel her ligaments, but they're getting juicier. She had a big thing of mucus this morning, which, I mean, isn't really a fantastic tell. She's been munching on the hay all morning. It's nice and warm in here. You sure you want to go? We could let you out and you could go walk around for a little while. Hey? But that hollowed out hip, that belly's hanging pretty low in my opinion. I would love to look at your udder, but you're probably not going to let us look. Hey? So I didn't have time to record this morning much just because we were headed off to church. But we threw her in here more so out of an abundance of caution. I didn't really think, like, I knew she wasn't in labor. I really didn't think she was going to kid while we were gone, but because it's still so cold, it's like -15 outside, I threw her in a stall with the camera set up on her so I could check it from town, and then we're only 15 minutes had something happened. And so I was checking on her pretty frequently while we were in town all morning, in the early part of the afternoon. But she looks like she's doing fine. Did not look like she had laid down at all. So the tricky thing about this is that they get stressed because they're by themselves, right? They're a herd animal and they would rather be with their buddies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the heater on just so it is prepped and warm, just in case we need to throw her back in. But for now, I think maybe we'll turn her loose and just keep a close eye on her this afternoon. I don't think she's in labor yet, just because she's not digging. She's not, other than just being cantankerous and hating her life being in here. I think that we'll just turn her out. Hey, unless you want to go back in there. You want to go back in there? Or do you want to go and see your friends? Just wanted to see that udder. You show me your udder? Hey? Alright, come on. We'll take you out for a little walk. Get a little bit of an exercise. Move around a little bit. There we go. Don't you chase my goat. Oh, she's so big. Look at her waddle. Oh my goodness. Nora! Bad dog. I just turned you loose. You are not chasing. No. Bad dog. Like, I think that udder could still pop a bit more. That's what I think. We'll turn her back in here. Go see your friends. Yeah, you haven't been gone that long enough to fight with everybody. Missing your buddies. Just a goofball. You were gone for like a few hours. Same friends you had from before. Are you? What is that? Even this morning I was like, man, I really think that udder could pop more. But it's just one of those things where it's cold. I wanted to be on the safe side. So we tucked her in the barn. Hey, Winnie. Oh, you guys' bald noses. I'm working on it. Hey. Miss Rose. It's very... Everything else is soft and her ligaments are back here. I can still feel them, but they're kind of crazy. Hey, you. So these are the two girls that are due Tuesday. You just see those hips dropping versus Rebels not due till later in February. Okay, I'll come back in a couple hours once you've had some exercise. You guys gotta give me a second. I love that. Got Robin and Rose, Reba, Sage, Winnie, Bambi, Willow, right there, Daisy, and Rebel Rose. They are all very excited about that. I think I should have bought another one of those pans so they didn't have to fight over it. Belly sizes, I don't know. Anybody's guess. Bambi, kind of looked like you've actually been biting at your sides here. Hey? No? Ooh. You are getting pretty hollowed out there, girl. It's hard when they're pushing in because they're using some of these muscles. So it can be deceiving about finding those ligaments in there. Yeah, yours are getting squishy, Miss Reba. Something nice and lovely about hot feed, isn't that right? So warm on a cold day. Look at that steam. That's the feed. I put like as hot of water as I could in it from the bathtub, and then just let it sit for like 45 minutes to an hour. It's soaked up nice. Well, Bambi, I'm not sure what to say. Reba is definitely getting squishy, but her udder hasn't popped yet, so woohoo! You guys are so mean. Oh, I got a little pan to take to the boys too. You can see it steaming. Warm. The sun is just starting to go down. Hey, boys. Ready? Yummies. I just start shoveling that in. So that's just beet pulp, alfalfa pellets, about like I don't even know what I did, 2 scoops beet pulp, about 3 or 4 scoops of alfalfa pellets. I actually can't quite remember. The beet pulp is more for fiber. Alfalfa has got lots of good protein in it. And then I put a little bit of hemp builder, it's called. It's more for equine supplement. Very, very high in protein, so I just put like a very, very little bit. And then I actually did add about 2 tablespoons of salt to that massive black tote. I want to encourage them to drink water. I know with horses that's a good idea. With goats, their digestive systems are different, but I've heard in some ways that they're similar. So I added a little bit of salt, and then for these guys I added a little bit of specialty like loose mineral, just a little bit, like maybe 2 teaspoons, so not very much. About what their daily intake would be suggested for that. So they'll enjoy a nice warm treat for their body on this cold day. It's about minus, I don't even know, I'd have to check, 15 degrees Celsius, something like that. Minus 16 degrees Celsius feels like minus 22, so it's pretty chilly. My almost 2-year-old was like, I want to go outside with you, and I'm like, not today. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit wimpy after the warm weather we had, but man, oh man, it's cold. The horses are still here, they're still alive, still doing good. Yes, the focus has been the goats, because these guys just get food and checked on twice a day. Right, Jezzy? That right, Breeze? You guys, all you need is your munchies. The goats take all of my attention right now. Hey, hun? Miss Dottie? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Got some frosty nostrils. Frosty horses. The quad will come out of there, I promise, but not until spring. We will take the ignition out. We will go cut a new key, because if you didn't watch the one video, the horses pulled out the key and lost it somewhere. I have no idea where. And we've like pushed manure and stuff, and so there's not really a way of using a metal detector. Regardless, it is frozen in there. I know that it's an eyesore. Maybe some people think it's even dangerous. Mostly it's just an eyesore, and they tore apart the quad seats, so they have yet to injure themselves on it. So I'm not concerned, other than it's just a pain every time I come out here to show you guys the horses. It's like, ooh, this just a silly quad that's been sitting there in the ice all this time. But that's just the way farm life goes sometimes. Ready for some supper, my friends? All right. All right, pre-supper has been dispensed. I wouldn't really call it supper because it's not quite their full amount of hay. Hey, Charlie. Good boy. But because it's cold, it's about 4:30. I was out checking the goats, giving them their mash, so gave the rest of these guys some food. Of course, Raven stuck her head right in the way of the hay. No, I did not stab her with my pitchfork, but the hay landed on her neck. Hey, Dukester. How are you? You're such a glorious color. So handsome. We'll take a peek at the wieners. Goodness, you guys just have to be so close. When they talk about in your pocket kind of horses, it's because they want to be in your pocket. They want to be so close to you all the time. That right, Jitterbug. And Ladybug, of course. My goodness. Such a glorious evening. Even though it's cold. But you guys aren't cold. Look at the size difference. Some of you have wondered, oh, well, Ladybug's going to be bigger than Jitterbug. No. Ladybug's going to be small. And Jitterbug is going to be rather large. So they're still enjoying their 24/7 buffet so that they can grow. Their heated water tank. Hey? You're such a good girl. Yes, so are you. I know. This is what I enjoy. Having Foals come up and visit. Being respectful, right? No nibbles. That's perfect. Okay, you girls, stay nice and cozy. Okay, one more thing, because they're standing so perfectly beside each other. So a foal with good conformation and a foal with issues. You can see those toes turned out. She's knock-kneed. She's not straight down from the shoulder. Versus here, we've got nice straight legs, is what Ladybug should look like. Which is why she's still going to be continued to be taped for a while. To recap, Ladybug, the one with the tape on her leg, was our orphan foal. She was born to an adopted mare named Sugar, who unfortunately had to be given a merciful end because of severe laminitis. Excuse the absolute horrible lighting in here, but I realized that I never finished recording this video when my phone finally charged back up again. Believe it or not, yes, I do the bulk majority of recording with my phone. I know that the video quality is not necessarily ideal. I just really do not have $800 that I want to spend on a good video camera at this point. My laundry is done. And so I've been using my phone for everything. So either my phone dies or I run out of storage space. It's just like a whole thing. So I plan to save up for a good video camera to improve the overall video quality of these YouTube videos. Because sometimes I watch these and I'm like, it just doesn't do it justice, you know? Like, I would love to be able to give more crystal clear videos and images for you guys. But I'm doing my best with what I have. And I want to finish up this video by saying that, yes, Ladybug's mama, Sugar, for those of you guys who have joined recently, or maybe, you know, didn't even realize that Ladybug was raised as an orphan, we did put Sugar down over the summer, end of July, because she was dealing with severe laminitis, as I had mentioned. If you want to check out that video, it will be on this side, I think. I never get it right. I'll link the video somewhere. And when we got Sugar, it was end of January, and she would have already been pregnant for about 5 months. And whatever kind of mineral imbalances there were, you know, lack of good nutrition those first 5 months, potentially all played into the issues that Ladybug now faces with having crooked legs. Crooked legs are actually fairly common, but not necessarily to the severity of what Ladybug has. So we've been advised to use kinesiology tape to continue trying to straighten those legs. She probably will never be completely straight, but we don't know. She's not done growing yet. We're giving her the best love and nutrition and minerals that we can get her. Keeping that right leg taped was always the worst one from the beginning, as well as doing corrective hoof trimming. So even our gelding Duke, who you saw in this video, is naturally toed in. And so he's a little bit, I think it's called pigeon-toed or whatever, but it's toed in. And so he has to be slightly corrective trimmed so that he doesn't place more wear and tear on his joints and cartilage and ligaments and all of that sort of stuff. So proper hoof trimming is key with horses that maybe are not necessarily 100% conformationally correct. However, she may be completely sound for her whole life. We don't know. So it's just a wait and see with Ladybug, and just love on her and provide her again with all the nutrition and everything that she needs. Unfortunately, she just had a rough start to life. Beginning in utero in an adopted mare that we couldn't save, unfortunately. Lots to come in the future. I know I am sharing a ton about goats and pre-kidding stuff, but that is where the bulk of my focus is right now. If you want really frequent updates or to be able to ask questions where I respond faster, please head over to Patreon. There are 3 different levels of memberships. If you feel like supporting us in this little farm, maybe helping me reach that goal of saving up money for a new video camera, I don't know. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.